Waiting for the all clear. There's the all clear. Flag is up from behind. Sprinting away. From the 1200 metre marker, Gallagher, one of the trailers early on with Brave Arch. Ticket holders very quick to respond with the white noseband and the blue sleeves. Kingdom Come is right there in the centre of the track, the red cap. Respectable.com's on the left. Blackbeard's pacing it with him, the blue headgear on the left-hand side. Seven Colours a couple of lengths off them. Wild Rendezvous on the right. Juris about 5 lengths off the leader at this stage, then Gallagher. And behind that one is Gold Galleon, and further back is King's Cove. As they come to the last 400 metres now, and it's ticket holder the leader. Kingdom Come, Wild Rendezvous on the outside, and Blackbeard's going right with him down on the inside. Coming to the last 300 metres, it's still wide open. Blackbeard the leader. Kingdom Come, Wild Rendezvous, and ticket holders on the inside. Kingdom Come and ticket holder, and towards the outside is Wild Rendezvous. Coming to the last 100, ticket holder and Kingdom Come. These are the two, nothing between it. Kingdom Come and ticket holder, they close together. Ticket holder and Kingdom Come, and it's ticket holder who won it. Kingdom Come second, and Blackbeard ran third. Terrific struggle, and number 11 ticket holder will prevail by a close decision. Ticket holder number 11, 360 the win, wins it by about a neck or so. Second to the tote favourite, number 8, Kingdom Come. Then it's about 6 or 7 lengths back to number 1, Blackbeard, and then Wild Rendezvous, Jurist and Gallagher. And further back in the run was Seven Colours, Gold Galleon. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. Ticket holder, Dennis Bosch, the curved ball, and Brandon Lorino with the white noseband, the red cap of Kingdom Come and Lyle Hewitson. They have a terrific struggle, and they battle it out eyeball to eyeball, and you'll find ticket holder will just prevail, and ticket holder wins it by about that neck or so. That's the running of the second race. Until the running of the third race, back to the studio.
Yeah, thanks to Craig for coming through with that announcement. The rider of the second place horse having a look at the film and doing a review. But then there's no hooter sounded as yet. It's just a review. I'm sure your jockey won't come back as well. He'll be having a look at the film as well. But the way they crossed the line, 11 and 8 provisionally, and your horse was gutsy.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, if you look at it properly, the other horse ran on to us, not we ran on to him. And if he had a long way out, he came up alongside us. So, I think if he had any chance of beating us, he had chance to collar us.
So, Brian, a big supporter now. The hits keep coming.
Well, he's a super guy to trade for, him and his family, Victor, Yolanda and Brian and daughter and everybody. It's a family affair. And it's just wonderful for a man who put so much in. He's not well at the moment. I spoke to him last night, and he's got pneumonia.
Yes.
And I hope this will cheer him up. And I'm sure he's got a cigarette in his mouth.
I didn't know that, but wish him all the best and a speedy recovery. Yeah. Before you leave us, anything else from your side?
Yeah, I've always rated a horse like Sir Bernardini to be quite a nice horse. He's a very late maturer. There's two horses, Alistair Gordon's and Ferraris' horse claiming 4. But I'm sure he's going to give himself a good account of himself. He can run a bit, that horse.
Well, we haven't heard anything yet with the race review. Craig, do you have any announcement? If you do, please feel free to interrupt. But for now, it's just provisional, as I'm told. Okay, Craig, over to you.
Thanks very much, Dees. Please note, no further action, no further action. Stand by for the all clear. Thank you, Dees.
I've been holding these checks in my hand. I don't know what to do with them. I said, no, let me hold it. I don't know whether the hooter's going to sound, but courtesy of Bloodstock South Africa, of course, you support the sale. You always get rewarded. That's a nice check for you. And you want to close off about Sir Bernardini?
I just think he's got a chance. I think Brandon, if he rides like he rode now, didn't he ride a good race? You know,
Fantastic race.
He
Now,
rode a bomb race.
while I got you, I'm going to give
Can I
Brandon.
take-
I'm
can I
going to give
take
Brandon's ones. You got the breeder, you got the groom, and you got the owner.
Yeah, but could I take Brandon's one as well?
No, he deserves this one for that pride. But let's get him in. This gentleman on my right played golf yesterday, not in the same 4-ball. He can hit a mighty long ball, and he's just as good in the finish. What a long ball you can hit. You can hit a long ball at golf, huh?
Yeah, thanks, Deez. Not as far as the youngsters like Diego, but we tried to keep up with him yesterday.
Fantastic. And what a finish. Great ride from you. It was close.
Yeah, it was close. Deez obviously Moss had the experience of being in an actual race, and I think it told at the winning line. You know, he fought down, he understood the surroundings, and he gave me all the way to the line.
And coming into the race, he looked the right horse, you know, should I say, as one of the leading contenders on paper.
He did. Deez, obviously it's a different ball game when you get in the parade ring here. They look like some classy sorts, but you know, I'm very proud of this win. He fought them off.
How's your injury doing? You've been back now a few meetings. We had a brief chat yesterday. You strong?
Yeah, Deez, thank God. It's going well. Getting stronger every meeting, and I think I'll be back to where I was before the injury soon.
Anything else you like later on? We got a nice pick six. Maybe you can, guide the guys with your horses to follow.
Yeah, Deez, I think Uncle Dan did allude to Sir Bernardini's chances. Obviously, I think Mr. Ferraris' horse comes with some outstanding form from Joburg, but Sir Bernardini's as good as he's ever been. So, you know, we got a bit of a tricky draw from 8 out of 8, but with his well-being, I think he's got a good shot.
We thank you for that, Brandon. And the winning jockey, courtesy of Bloodstock South Africa, that's a nice check for you.
Thanks so much, Deez, and get well, Uncle Brian, get well, Fernando. They all have had a tough week, the Bernards. So hopefully they stay strong and get as fit as they can be soon.
Nice ride.
Thank you.
Lovely. Brandon Arena for Dennis Boss. Brian Bernard, not well. We wish him a speedy recovery. He's a big supporter of the game, and his horses come through here, 11 ticket holder, beating number 8, Kingdom Come Back. In third was number 1, Blackbeard, and rounding off that quartet was 12, Wild Rendezvous. That's a wrap of race number 2. Up next will be the third race, place accumulator time, 1300 hours, 1 o'clock.
Patrons, please note that in the first race, number 1, Else Flaming Beauty, short right 4 post race. Short right 4 post race, that's race 1, number 1, Else Flaming Beauty.